Hi. I need to do my eyebrows because I look scary. I got woken up by UPS delivering this book. This is the book. It also came with a catalog from the book company. Oh my god, did I get... Of course, I always get something on it because I'm a fucking chaotic mess. This has a catalog of other books. You can pause and see other books that are in the catalog. So, yeah. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I know. Here's a catalog. It came with, and then it's just a packing slip. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, UPS sent this. I ordered it, I feel like 2 weeks ago, and I forgot about it. That's what I do. I order shit and I forget about it, and I'm just like, when it shows up, I'm like, how did that get there? How did that get there? I think it'll be an interesting read. It's always interesting to see what somebody has to say, good or bad. You know what I mean? Like, whenever a human being opens their mouth, whenever I open my mouth, it's interesting. Sometimes, no. Today's pimple patches are a cloud and a star. Anyways, so yeah. I need to do my makeup. I already ate for the day. I ate like this. There's strips of steak. There's people awake, so if you hear background noise, that's why. There's other people in my family awake and moving around. I left the water on outside for the ducks and the chickens. Now they have a mess to go fucking play in. Then they got mud pies. Like, Merry Christmas, bitch. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I'm just kidding, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, let's get ready for the day because I have to go get some candy for stocking stuffers later because I forgot because I'm like anyone who thinks I'm smart, don't. Like, don't, please. I'm a flawed human being. I'm a regular, normal human, just like you. I suck. I fucking suck. This thing, it's soup. It's soup. Okay, so yeah, let's do my eyebrows. And then I'm fucking saying, bitch. I wish I had a tiny mirror. Where the fuck is my tiny mirror? I use a hand mirror. The white mirror that I use is cracked to fucking shit. I still use it because it's still a mirror. But I need one for up close. I have a mirror here, but I need one for like closer inspection. Gigantic forehead check. Cracked mirror check. I need a fucking face thing. Moisturizer, that's what I'm trying to say. Whatever. Yep. Bitch, I have pimple patches. What do I do with that? Just go around them? I was like, how am I gonna put... I'm keeping these pimple patches on. I just put foundation around them, I guess. I don't fucking know, man. That's not my shade. Right? Is that my shade? Maybe. I don't fucking know. My shade is dumb mixed bitch. In 4K. I'm just kidding. Filmed on a potato. Whatever. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Whatever, bitch. Whatever. Phantom of the Opera looking ass bitch. People will never hate me as much as I used to hate myself. Like, I am my biggest hater. So yeah. I guess I could dab over the pimple patches, like, barely. It's just so weird. I feel dumb. Fuck it, we're just gonna hide them. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Bitch. I look like a dead Victorian child. Look, it's fine. Actually, I like this a lot. I do look dead, but I like looking dead. Like, you know what I mean? So, it's making me happy. And that makes me happy. Oh my gosh. Do you ever, like, get really upset because you can't like any of the movies you used to like as a child because everyone's like a PDF file, you know what I mean? It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad because, like, there's tons of movies and stuff I used to quote all the time when I was a kid. But then, like, now growing up, like, you can't do that anymore because the world's full of just disgusting fucking pieces of shit who literally we were raised on. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking crazy. It's really sad. And I hate it. I hate being sad. Anyway, so I have I think it's called the Unabridged Journals of Sylvia Plath. Is that correct? Anyways, I've been reading that shit. It feels violating. I don't know, it's weird. I start wondering if people, like, this is going to kind of get dark really quick, but I start wondering if the imbalances between our brains and hearts get so big, like, they get so big, right, that the brain just, the brain's a big bitch sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, the brain really is a big bitch. I feel like with, I don't know, it's very difficult to get the words out of my mouth. I don't know what I'm saying. Let me just shut the fuck up while I'm ahead. Let me just shut my fucking mouth while I'm ahead. The more you don't know. I just woke up. UPS man woke me up, giving me a book. I have a bunch of books on fairies. I've seen this guy before. We've all seen this guy before. Come on, don't fucking lie to me. I know you've seen this bitch. And I seen him lurking around the forests, the ancient forest where you roam, you fairy baddie. Anyways, which I don't know what the fuck is my problem today. Cinnamon lavender, not lavender, cinnamon vanilla. Lavender, not cinnamon vanilla. Manly man. I like smelling like a man. Confession time. My closet's filled with Victorian antique clothing. That I ordered off of eBay. And I have to go and put it into special like sealed bags to keep it from weathering. But there is like the velvet from the Victorian era holds up immaculately. Other textiles piss me off because they fray, like they've been submitted to like mildew and moldy conditions. So you could smell, sometimes there's like a tobacco scent, like somebody in the house was smoking or something. And the deterioration of the textiles is very, very frustrating for me. So anyway, like I have a whole fucking closet full of antique Victorian clothes, and my closet is hell. It's literally hell. I don't even go into it. It is just a fucking mess, and yeah, I don't know what to do with it, babe. Like, I do not know what to do with it because I just don't know what to do with it. I don't even know what to do with me. Today was a day that it was going to be what are you eating, buddy?
Cheeto.
Oh, okay. I was like, I hear crumbly bags. I don't know why. What was I saying? Oh, it was the high of 60 something today. But then the rest of the week, it was like this. That's mean. That's wrong. That is fucked up. You got me fucked up. Somebody was telling me, not me, but it was like an Instagram reel. They're like, we don't have technology that controls the weather. And like, there's like a big 3-name thing central to the US that has all the information on everything ever, period. And they did some very suspicious things with fleas in Cuba. Like, don't get fucking turned into a sheep. Not to be like a conspiracy theorist, but like, we have a lot of information that we don't like the public to know we have. You know? Not we, because it's not me, but you guys ready to go on to like a little fucked off ride? So, I'm probably gonna botch this, but the Tuatha Dé Danann, the Fae gods of Ireland, Scotland, the UK, right? They actually had weather controlling technology that they used for battles back in the day. And also in a lot of the mythologies of like, there's like in the, I think in the Bhagavad Gita, no, I'm so sorry. There's another Indian text that they had weather controlling technology and, you know, stuff like that. We can insert certain metals into the atmosphere to block out sun and to cause false clouds to develop to force it to rain. Bitch, what are you talking about? Like, they're like, no, we don't. Like, girl, we have, I used to know a senator's sister. I'm not going to tell you which one, but her husband worked in intelligence back in the 70s and the 60s, and he created a gun, a ray, that he invented a ray that all you needed to do was point it at somebody and it shot a certain frequency that made people shit their pants. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. He made a shit your pants gun. But I was naughty. Can I have one? Oh my gosh. Yeah, anyways. My favorite thing though is when I talk to my relatives about my talks, you know? And they're like, what are you talking about? You're so silly. And they wait a year and something comes out and they're like, oh my god, she was talking about this last year. And I'm like, yeah, no shit, bitch. Why do you guys always treat me like I'm fucking stupid? Like I am. But why do you guys treat me like I am? Like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, I used to fuck around with one of the senator's sisters. She's a very elderly woman. And yeah, she's been through the fucking ringer, bro. Poor baby. Anyways, she's a bit mad though. She is, which I believe anybody is who has information. I think they all go a little bit mad, you know? It's easy to discredit people whenever you bag and tag them as crazy. Yeah? What the fuck ever, bitch. Whatever. I don't fucking know how to do eyebrows. I never said I did. Yeah, can y'all imagine that? A shit your pants gun? And now before people hop in my comment section and they're like, if we had that information, if we had that kind of technology, don't you think that they would put the armed forces like to do it? They have the technology to make cars run on A. But every time somebody puts out this kind of information, what? Anyways, I don't know. Being a human on planet Earth is weird. Being an Earthling, it's strange. It's very strange, and I don't like it sometimes. A lot of times. Every day for at least an hour a day. I don't like it. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, every day for 1 hour a day, I'm just like, fuck this place. And then I'm just like, I'm so cleansed. So cleansed. But yeah, so. Sorry, I had to burp. I'm so cleansed. I cannot believe I put makeup over my stupid fucking pimple patches. 2025 is gonna be my year. Just kidding. It's gonna be our year. All of our years. I'm excited to read that book, but I have to read. Okay, my ADHD, my brain fuckery is so mean. I have to like have music videos, or not music videos, videos on YouTube playing from like my favorite vlogger or something like that. And then like I have to have music on my phone. That's it. It has to be vlog, music, and then I could read. For some reason, I have to distract a part of my brain to sit down and make it read. Like I do read, but there's so much stuff happening all around me all the time. Whenever I do sit in utter silence, is someone laying an egg or something? What's going on? Yeah, when I do sit in utter silence, I hear very well. And so there's a lot of things that call my attention away from me wanting to do stuff. Yeah. Sorry, I'm checking my foundation to make sure I'm not ugly. It's okay. But I fucking put makeup on those pimple patches in 4K. By 4K, I meant 4 carats, as in like actual fucking carats. Filmed in 4K. Yeah, I wanted to go hunting this year. I don't think I'm being able to do that. I have to be careful what I say because we'll sometimes pick up and then automatically something, you know what I mean? It's this whole like stuff is piece up, 8 town down. It's like it's a piece of 8 town down. No, that's not my head. Sorry. I don't know how else to say it. It's like very confusing and frustrating, and I don't know what to do. Except keep pumping out content, shitty content, and then just say, you know, fuck it, we ball. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Everything's so weird. Being a human right now is very weird. When I was a kid, it was like, let's go back to like 2002, okay? Shall we? Okay. 22 years ago. Everyone was super patriotic. Everybody was super Republican. I was in like 2nd grade. I lived in the country in the middle of nowhere. We didn't have any computers, no cell phones. We had nothing in sight. I used to sneak into my neighbor's barn and slide down the hay. He had a giant stack of hay all the way to the roof of his barn, which was very high. It's a very tall barn. And I'd climb up the ladder and I'd slide down all the hay and fuck it up. Every day I'd get off of the school bus. They had to make a new school route for me because I was my house had just been built, and it's not online. It was not built. I'm sorry. It was a trailer. It had been. We erected a light pole, and technically that was being built. It was a trailer, and so it was parked. It was parked there, and everything was very, very different. Everything was very different. We weren't allowed to call fries French fries. We had to call them freedom fries. Some asshole put out some information about Pokemon being the devil, and that ruined my life because all of my friends were into Pokemon. And so I went to this one church and I sang in the choir and stuff like that. And every Sunday, this old bitch would bring some chicken and dumplings. And I'd sit in the back and I'd wait for everyone to grab a plate because it was like a feast every Sunday. It was like it's like everyone brings food, a potluck. There we go. And this old lady would always bring chicken and dumplings, and I'd hang back and I'd eat all the chicken and dumplings that were left in the crock pot. And I loved them so much. They were so good. They were the best. Perfectly seasoned, perfect dumplings, perfect texture of chicken. It wasn't too dry, perfect thickness of the gravy. The best chicken and dumpling soup was at this tiny, tiny church in South Texas that only like 25 people attended. And I don't even know who made the soup. But anyways, so I used to live out in the country, and me and this girl, she stole my basketball. So we were on the basketball team together in like 2nd grade or something. And she lived next to a forest, very dense forest, because we lived in the country. There was, like 1,000 people in our town. Most of it was undeveloped, backwoods sticks kind of thing of South Texas, wildwood, if you will. And we'd stand on the edge of her parents' land into the undeveloped forests that was very thick with those saw palmettos. I think that's what they call those like brushy, the things from Jurassic Park, the bushes that are like saw fans on the ground, and oaks and pecans and vines and stuff. And we'd be like, no, you go in, no, you go in. And I was like, I'll go in, but we have to talk to the nature spirits first. Like, I was just always so out of it. Like, I was just this little fairy child. And I was like, we have to address the spirits of the forest before we go in, because then they'll be nice to us. And if we get lost, then they'll help us find our way back. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, come on, just do it, you know? Come on, just talk to the fucking trees with me. And she'd be like, you're kind of weird. I never got invited back over to her house. Fuck you, you stole my basketball. You fucking bitch, you stole my basketball and you never gave it back. She did, she stole my basketball. And then she was like, basketball. Can't remember basketball. I was like, bitch, I left it in your car when I went to your fucking house. What do you mean you don't remember stealing my basketball? You have it at your house. She's like, do I? I was like, oh yeah, I do. And I hope you get lost in the forest behind your fucking parents' house. Yeah. Years later, some percent from my childhood was like, oh, this is why I hated living in a small Texas town in the early 2000s. There was one other mixed girl. There's two other mixed girls in the entire county. We were like on the same level. Anyways, so, and the other girl was so mean to me. We're not gonna talk about it. So anyways, it was so sad though, because years later I made a friend with this boy. His parents used to work as animators at Disney. And he found me on Facebook when I was like 18, was like, oh my god, I remember you because you were the only white girl with a Mexican last name. And I was like, blocked. I was like, dude, fuck you. It's so funny you remember me like that. And I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and explain shit to you, honey, because you got that lead paint stare. You know what I mean? Like, when you have to explain that people have intercourse to grown adults. That's it. Well, they're not grown. You're not grown at 18, babe. Sorry. I don't think we're technically grown until after 32. I just got there. And I'm still growing. Things even out in your 30s. So if your 20s suck dick, they should. You should learn humans are not to be trusted. Your friends become enemies. Your enemies sometimes become your friends. Your families become your enemies. The 20s are all about plot development and character development, as my mom would say. And whatever doesn't kill you leaves you with a trauma medical bill. You have to go to therapy. So your 20s are filled with like mysteries and stuff like that. My 20s sucked, bro. That's those years. That's when I learned I was so codependent. Bitch, I was so codependent. And in my late 20s, like 24, when I was 24, fucking pirate Emily comes out. Yeah, when I was 24, I developed my backbone. And I had oak. No, but yeah, when I was 24, I cussed out one of my relatives because she was being a total bitch, and I kicked her out of my house. And that was the first time in my whole life I had like let loose in front of God and everybody, because she was talking shit about my husband. And so I snapped on her, which she deserved it too. She deserved that shit. She deserved a couple more of them. But anyways, yeah, so she was being a total bitch. And so I snapped on her, and I got like this close to her face, and I was pregnant. And so I was a little cuckoo, because like when you're pregnant, you could not put a cap on it if you tried. You couldn't put a cap on it if you tried, babe. It was just like violence within me. So yeah. So anyways, I got like that close to her face, and I fucking screamed as loud as I could about you know, like every time I've ever helped her, every time I've ever rescued her from her own shit, because that's what codependency is. You rescue narcissists. They do this like fake wound thing that I need help, and so you go rescue them. It's a whole codependent cycle. Codependency No More by Melody Beattie. Very good book. Very good book. I highly suggest it. I've read and read and read and read. I've read it. I've had the audio version, so I could just always hear it because it's good to have backup. It's good to hear thoughts, not your own, others who are going through a similar experience, and yet they have varying outcomes of your experience. So you can pull information from different sources and then become more creative with your healing, with your journey, with allowing things to be and things to not be. It's fantastic. So Melody Beattie, her audiobook used to be on YouTube, and I love YouTube because you could just go, anybody could go on it and make like shitty content like I am doing right now. And it's just real, humans being real most of the time. Sometimes it's scripted and la la la, whatever. But there's a lesson in that too. So, yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, I think that I'm really excited for this book. Very excited for this book. But yeah, Melody Beattie's Codependency No More. I recommend it to a lot of people. One of my homegirls was leaving like a really bad relationship, and sometimes people just be going through shit so hardcore. You cannot extend a hand. You cannot ask them, do you need help? It's just, you just give them information and step the fuck back. It's like they're on one side of fire, like a firewall, and you have a information like a book, and you could hear them over there. I'm not getting my shit burnt up. I'm not losing my eyebrows again, bitch. I look like an egg without eyebrows. So you just go, I'm throwing it now, and you throw it over the fire, and hopefully they catch it, pick it up, and learn how to put their fires out so they could come back and reintegrate in society in a way that's healthy for you and them. Because sometimes you'll have conversations with people still in the thick of it, and it's difficult. It really is. It's really difficult. One thing I miss about living in the city, we have 3 stores here to go shop at. 3 stores, maybe 4 if you want to count Target. Target, it's expensive and not expensive. You have to like do research on price comparison, and they're all assholes. We have 3 mega stores that you could purchase food from here. Just 3. I miss living in a city, and on every block there was a different store that catered to different cultures and like food. And so there was I don't know how to explain this, so I'll just explain it the best way I can. When I lived in San Antonio, there was more of like a Hispanic HEB, because if you the way the purchasing happens, like the amount of food you purchase from a certain place and you could request food, then they cater it in cities. They cater their stores to the culture around them. So there was like a Hispanic one. There was definitely a white one with like no ethnic foods at all. And then there was like a more Indian, Asian one. And then there was even one that had like a lot of foods from Africa. And it was really, really cool because you would find in a city, especially a bumbling city, like a busy, very busy city, like San Antonio's like a crossroads city. It's got a military base. There we go. So there's like a lot of different cultures coming in, and so they cater to the people there, right? To an extent. All of our chairs are squeaky, I'm sorry. So they cater to the people there to an extent, and oh, here it's not like that at all. I have to special order stuff online. From Amazon, from Jeffrey, and sometimes it sucks. It sucks not having multiple cultures to, I don't know, like the lady I was talking about, the senator's sister, she would go to a Turkish baking class 2 times a month. They'd meet up, people from Turkey would meet up, and they would teach people in the public how to bake. They had like a bunch of grandmothers and stuff like that there. And one time she told me that a bat got loose in the congregation or something, and it was flying around, and she was like, haha, maybe it's Dracula. And they took that personally. They did not like that joke, because if you know about the Turks and the Christians, like that's a part of their history that's kind of hardcore, like, and so I guess they took it like a certain way. I thought it was funny, but whatever. Anyway, so like, yeah, you could go to different, like, in Houston they have like, I think they have like a Lebanese festival and different festivals for different cultures. Here they have a St. Patrick's Day parade. They don't really have a Mardi Gras parade. You gotta go to Galveston or New Orleans. Maybe Houston. I don't know if Houston gets down like that. There's a cultural ignorance here. Oh, and so there's everybody who's like this shade naturally suppresses everything else. They like hold it down. They suppress everything else. So it's like that shade coastal country redneck kind of culture that just anything else other than Hispanics, because we got a lot of fucking great places here that are like really fucking delicious, straight up food from Mexico, and like it just reminds me of being a little girl and being with my brother's family and them having fucking parties every fucking weekend, like until 2 o'clock in the morning, and then the grandmas waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, drinking a Miller Lite and cooking food for everybody for breakfast. Like, it just reminds me of that. It reminds me of being a little girl, being a little Mexican girl. So my Mexican family, they would get down, bro. They would party it up. They still party it up. They don't invite me though. God, that shit pissed me off. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk about that. Anyways, like, yeah, whenever you were done partying as a little kid, when you drink too many of those little, they have like juices that come in like barrels. Barrels of juices, something like that. You would have to go fall asleep on the couch unless there was a baby sleeping on the couch. Or they would put 2 chairs, fold out chairs together, and then you could sleep on those while the music was going, while people were drinking and smoking and partying it up. And then, in the morning you could wake up and grandma had already made tacos for everyone to cure their hangovers with. So anyways, I think I'm gonna go. I have to edit this, and I don't want to edit it. Okay, I'm gonna go. This is the look for the day. Call it Dead but Delicious. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.